Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Unboxing It. Now today, I'm going to be talking about why your phone is actually listening to you. So to start this off, I'm sure you've seen or heard about a lot of people talking about making articles about why our smartphones are spying on us by either tracking the words you search on like Google or any search engines, or simply just by talking about it. Now, a lot of people think that companies like Apple and Facebook and big tech companies like that are doing what is called data mining. Now, what that basically means is they take the information of their users by like their search habits and what they tend to look up most, and then sell it to advertisers to help make more direct ads towards the users to help make them want to click on the ad even more. This first one is by CBS News. It's just titled, "Are Smartphones Listening and Targeting Ads with Us?" And basically it just goes over the reasons why companies would want to spy on us to target ads. Another article is by Global News. It is titled, "The Internet is Convinced Our Phones Are Listening to Us. Here's what the experts say." So just like the last article, they just explain the problem, say why they would want to do it, and just overall the reason why they are most likely spying on us. Last but not least, here is another article by Vice. It is titled, "Your Phone is Listening and It's Not Paranoia." Now it's pretty common for companies, no matter what the company is, to track what you search on like Google or search engines or whatever, and then take that information and then push a certain ad that's related to that topic you're talking about, and then push it towards your way. But an article I read about a week ago states that companies are basically taking the microphone on your smartphone to track what you're talking about with anyone, and then use that information, sells it to advertisers, and makes money that way, so that the ads, like I've mentioned before, are going to be more direct and be more along the lines of something that you'd want to click on. This wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, because virtual assistants such as like Siri or Google Assistants, it's very possible that they could be listening to you, because for example for Siri, you just say, "Hey Siri," and then it'll turn on and answer your question. But if it can listen for "Hey Siri," then that does mean that it could possibly be using the microphone to also listen for other things you talk about. Now, a ton of companies such as Apple and Facebook and so on have stated quite a number of times that they are not tracking their users' information to direct ads towards their way. In fact, here's a short clip of one of Apple's employees talking about why they're not tracking the user's data. So, there you go.
The Apple TV app delivers on all these principles, including our commitment that we won't share your personal information with anyone.
And then here's also a clip of Mark Zuckerberg talking about why he, for Facebook, is not tracking the user's information and using the microphone to direct ads towards their way.
Yes or no, does Facebook use audio obtained from mobile devices to enrich personal information about its users?
No. Well, Senator, let me be clear on this. I mean, so you're talking about this conspiracy theory that gets passed around that we listen to what's going on your microphone and use that for ads.
Right.
We don't do that.
In fact, this writer for The Sun, which is a UK magazine, talks about why she is not very convinced by companies like Apple and Facebook saying that they're not listening and spying on their users for advertisements. She wrote out some topics, like talking about furniture and just topics like that. She said she was talking to her friend about possibly getting a new furniture chair, and then an hour later, she sees on Instagram an ad for a furniture company saying, "Hey, here's a special deal. If you want to order them now, you'll get some special discount code." And what's weird is she didn't even search it on Google, according to what she says in the article, and it was just her talking to her friend about it and nothing else. That part of me feels like Apple and other companies like them aren't specifically doing the data mining where they direct ads towards their users, because companies like Apple, you literally can't watch a keynote by them without hearing them talk about privacy. So feel like it's more like companies that are specifically invested in trying to direct ads, and they just use phones by Apple and use the mic to do that. So it's not Apple specifically doing it, but it's companies that try to do that through iPhones and other stuff. But just Apple just takes the blame because people notice it on their iPhone, so they think it's Apple doing it. Now, if you're still not quite sure on this whole topic of companies selling information to advertisers, I would highly recommend that you try it yourself. So if you do want to do it, then all you have to do is, of course, have social media apps on your phone, turn all of the microphones on those apps in the settings, pick a few random topics that you've never actually searched on like Google or any search engines, and then just start talking about those topics with your phone being either next to you or close enough that it will be able to hear you. And if you do happen to decide to want to try it out yourself, then definitely let me know what your experience is down in the comment section below. So with that said, thank you for watching. Make sure to comment, share, and subscribe below if you haven't already. And I'll see you next one. Peace out.